Hello everyone, and I'm very happy to have with me Dr. Sukhdeep Singh. He's a proud Damsonian and he's secured an amazing rank 34 in PGI December 2019. Heartiest congratulations, Sukhdeep.
Thank you, ma'am.
And Sukhdeep, this is a very good rank. So how do you feel cracking the Central
I'm
Institute?
feeling wonderful. First of all, I would like to thank Almighty, my parents, and whole DAMS faculty.
That's so kind of you. Thank you so much. And it's a lot of hard work, Sukhdeep.
Yes, ma'am,
And
definitely.
so, you're here to share your strategy for others to listen how to crack the Central Institute exams, right? So, Sukhdeep has been a foundation 3-year student and
Yes,
then
ma'am.
has followed up with a test and discussion course this year with his internship. Right. So, Sukhdeep, अगर हम शुरू से शुरुआत करें, right? So, what do you think was the importance of concising big subjects into, into concise notes, sitting in a class, integrating and clearing concepts?
The thing is that in my foundation year, my main aim was to make notes
Okay.
so that I get time for revision in my last months before the preparation.
Right.
And in my foundation years, my main aim was to make concepts, to build up concepts.
That's
and
very right.
And the thing is that you have to make your own handwritten notes. They are very important. And till the end of my pre-final year, I had all the notes of
Okay.
all the subjects. And
And
then,
did you sort of read those notes for your professional
yes,
exams as
ma'am,
well?
they were very helpful for my professional exams
Okay.
as well. And I read them about twice or thrice before my internship.
That's great.
And then in the internship, I followed up with the test and discussion course.
Right.
In the first trimester of internship, I joined the online test series course
Okay.
because initially I had very hectic postings like medicine and surgery.
Right.
So I thought that I should join an online test series course. And after that, in April, I joined the evening test and discussion batch.
Okay, so that was great. So,
Yes, ma'am.
जब आपको लगा कि वो heavier part of the posting है, you did with us the online program, and
ma'am.
then you switched over to a routine classroom test and discussion.
ma'am.
That's wonderful. So this is a strategy that is interesting to know. So अब मुझे ये भी बताओ, was it easy to sit at home and do tests all by yourself, or did you find that coming to the class made a bigger
Ma'am, I
difference?
joined offline test series because
Okay.
I'm not that type of person की जो room में बैठ के test दे दे. So,
Right.
I joined offline test and
Great.
series so that I can go there and have a real feeling of exam.
That's
And
very
in
important.
April, I
Yeah.
joined evening test and discussion, and in that I followed up whole course till September.
Okay, and did you follow the schedule that was given to you, Sukhdeep?
Yes, ma'am, I totally blindly followed the schedule
Okay,
and wholeheartedly I followed it.
okay,
And I was
that's great.
consistent in that.
Right. Okay, and Sukhdeep, अब मुझे बताओ, a lot of other students would be preparing next year along with their internship, right? So, can you help them in the way that how did you plan your study with internship with the test and discussion course?
Ma'am, in this, I would, like for example, if we have test in whole after 7 days, so first 6 days you have to completely revise your notes thoroughly, and on the day and after that you give the test, and after that again you revise that TND. And ma'am, now DAMS also offers a hybrid app, new app,
Yes,
and also
yes.
online app TND is available. That is also blessing for interns.
Yes, so the entire idea is that if you are not able to come to a test,
Yes, ma'am.
you can still have the same test and the same discussion by the same faculty in your eMedicos app itself, and you can listen to it, and you can listen to it again when you want to sort of revise and
Yes,
maybe
ma'am,
clear
definitely.
certain points there, right? अब मुझे ये बताओ, वो जो एक हफ्ता आपको मिलता था before the test, how did you exactly study in that, or what did you study in that, if I may ask?
Ma'am, I actually studied just before 3-4 days before the test.
Okay,
मतलब I had real feeling कि हाँ exam आ रहा है, then only I was
Okay.
able to study.
right.
Like after the test, first test, I used to spend 1 day for the previous test, and after that 1 day I kept for मतलब enjoyment.
Okay.
मतलब you cannot study continuously. Like every month I had kept 1 or 2 days that I'll enjoy fully
That's
that day,
great.
and
So
then
yes, it is
I'll
very
study.
important to have your take care of your mental health
Yes,
as well,
ma'am.
and give yourself these short and well-deserved
Yes,
breaks
ma'am.
so that you can go further with the same enthusiasm. That's
And
that's
ma'am,
wonderful.
You should also prepare a schedule, and in that I used to break my day into bits like suppose from 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. from breakfast till lunch and lunch till supper and till dinner. I used to break my schedule into 4-5 parts,
Okay.
and in between I kept rewards for me in the any form, like I would go for a walk, I
That's
would
wonderful.
call my mom or anything else.
That is so sweet.
that
That is, I think,
encouraged
a
me to study and
wonderful
motivate
piece
me.
of advice. I think that's a very good idea because, you know, if you break your day into fractions of, let's say, you will study something from breakfast to lunch, then you will study something from lunch, post lunch, and, you know, like that. So you are able to give yourself a variety. So it keeps you motivated enough as well. Right. And us time pe, okay, when you went for the test and discussion course, you know, there are a lot of things that change in medical world. You get updates and new guidelines and things like that. So were the TND notes helpful in that regard also to keep you updated during your preparation?
Yes, ma'am. After the foundation course, TND is a must for all DAMSonians. It gives all the updates, and it also gives us concise notes so that we can revise them just 1 month before the exam.
Right. And, you know, sort of we make the paper based on all previous 2 to 3 year patterns so that, you know, you get to know in what pattern really the questions would be asked from a topic. Okay. Now, after the test, Bache, I want to know, did you do a strength weakness analysis and how did you manage
Yes, ma'am,
post test and
definitely.
discussion?
Immediately after
Okay.
the test, I used to do a strength weakness analysis,
Okay.
and that whole day I used to spend revising that test, and then before starting the new subject.
Okay. And did you, you know, if you got any set of notes which were extra, did you add them with your same original notes which you had made in foundation, or you added them in sheets and put them in the same place?
Ma'am, I made a separate notebook for test and discussion.
Okay, okay.
बाकी मैम in I was मतलब satisfied with foundation batch notes. मतलब मैं इतना नहीं था कि और ऐड करूँ notes में, मतलब I was satisfied कि
That's
that is
very
enough.
important क्योंकि नहीं तो कोई अंत ही
Yes,
नहीं
ma'am.
है.
And you should believe in what you are getting, मतलब not that you are not doing a post graduation in that subject. You
That's
only
right.
need to master some few high yielding points.
Yes, which are more likely to be asked
Yes,
in the
ma'am.
exam. क्योंकि end में I think सुखदीप आप agree करोगे कि आप
Yes,
सब
ma'am.
कुछ नहीं revise कर सकते, right?
Definitely.
And it's very important to do multiple revisions when you have vast number of subjects, and you know, otherwise you tend to forget things.
Yes, ma'am. And revisions, I mean that I'm a very fast reader.
Okay.
Like I used to complete medicine in a single day. Like just before
Okay.
the AIMS and PGI, I used to revise like in medicine, for example, we have 4 TNDs. I
Okay.
was able to revise whole 4 TNDs in a single day. मतलब
Wow.
multiple fast revisions are much better than a
Yes.
single slow revision.
So, you know, I was about to ask you the same thing, that how once your course finished, how did you plan your revision program?
Ma'am, in my September, the TNDs were over, and then I joined the DAMS Visual Treat.
Okay.
And that's the best course.
Okay.
And ma'am, after that, I gave the CBT 3, and before that CBT, I just gave it just like a real exam.
Okay.
2
Okay.
to 3 days before that, I watched AIMS capsule, and then 1 day before I watched DVT videos.
Wow.
And
So you really mimicked the real
Yes,
exam. Yeah, that's great.
And ma'am, and after that CBT, ma'am, I had hectic orthopedics posting for 15
So
days.
that was after CBT.
After CBT.
Okay. And what was your CBT rank?
Ma'am, it was 62.
And you know, you've quite matched
Yes,
the
ma'am.
rank here as well. You've improved it, and I think that was because you took the CBT as well, just like the real exam, because you said that. So I really wanted to know what your rank was. So this is great. So did it build your confidence that yes,
Yes,
you're on the
ma'am.
right track and you can make it happen?
Yes, ma'am, it built confidence in me. But ma'am, after that I had hectic posting, so I was a bit tensed.
Okay.
But then I thought that after next month I have a relatively free posting, so I'll revise in that month.
Right.
And in the month of November, I started revising all the subjects, all the notes.
Can you elaborate on how you did the revision, bache?
I mean, again, in that case, I divided my day
Okay.
into bits, and then I used to revise like for the subjects which I am able to revise notes, I did that. But in other subjects, I used to revise the TND notes.
Okay.
At least.
So you
TND
saw the
notes.
test paper again and you read the notes
Yes,
as
ma'am,
well.
I saw the test paper again and read the notes.
Great. And did you find it a good way to revise close to exams because
ma'am,
it gives you the
definitely.
high yielding material?
Yes, ma'am, and definitely, ma'am, and one more, eMedicos provides you a course on the Central Institute discussion.
Yes,
That
the
was
CID.
really helpful, CID videos.
Okay.
I used to jot down all the topics
Okay.
and used to read them. I had made a list for AIMS, PGI,
That's wonderful.
and then I used to
And did you
revise
find
them.
it useful for the central institutes?
Yes, ma'am, for PGI it was very helpful.
Very helpful.
Like after the AIMS exam, that was my only source from where I found that these
What
topics are
topics are to
important.
be read, right? And it give you a good insight on what is more likely to come in the exams
Yes,
as
ma'am.
well. That's wonderful. And now I will let's say about 15 days before the exam. Then what was your strategy?
I'm 15 days before the PGI exam, after the AIMS exam was over. One day I enjoyed fully that
Okay.
after that I have to study.
Mm-hmm.
And initial part I did a group study for
Okay.
5 days. I thought ki result aega, thoda I'll be disheartened.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a group study for 1 week and I solved the previous 2 year papers like 2017 and 18 year.
Right, the ones that were available on the eMedicos?
Yes, ma'am. I solved those papers, and
Okay.
after that, I got a rough idea that which topics are important.
All right.
So I solved them for 5-6 days. I solved papers, and then after that, I did a subject-wise preparation.
Okay.
Like from the CID topics, I got the list
Of the topics that
of
are
the topics,
to be
and then
done.
I did subject-wise preparation, and in 4 days, I think I was able to cover all the 19 subjects.
That's wonderful.
Well, only topics I read that. I believe that only those topics are
But that's
important.
what took you forward. You have to have that leap of faith. You have to know
Yes,
that
ma'am.
if the faculty is recommending something, I mean, they
Yes,
would
ma'am.
want each one of you to crack and get wonderful ranks, right? So he stuck to those topics that were covered in CID, and I'm sure they would have helped you, and you've got a great
Yes, ma'am.
rank. So I think it is definitely hard work. There is absolutely no alternative to that. But close to the exams, do you also agree that it is smart study?
Yes, ma'am. Smart study is much more important than rather than hard work. Smart work is much more important. And ma'am, just before 2-3 days before the exam, I again watched the AIMS capsule videos.
So, and now, because people might not, understand. So, what exactly do you understand mean when you say smart study?
Ma'am, smart study, and ma'am, like I told, you should study high yield topics rather than
Right.
going page by page through the notes.
Absolutely right. Yes.
And then last few days, you should always read AIMS capsule,
Right.
watch videos, and DVT videos are even helpful in every Central Institute exam.
Yes, they help in very fast revision
ma'am,
of the
quick
content.
revision.
Okay, great. And now, Sukhdeep, abhi NEET is going to come, and most likely you would also appear
Yes,
for
ma'am.
it. So I would definitely want to ask that there are a lot of other students who are listening your interview as well. So they would want to know what can they probably revise in this 1 month before NEET.
Ma'am, this 1 month before NEET, again, you should target your weak areas, and you should, first of all, like subjects in which you are weak. Like, for example, I was weak in forensic medicine and anesthesia.
Okay.
So I gave their SWT.
Okay. And did you listen to the video
Yes, ma'am, I
discussion?
listened video, although it may take
Little
up
time,
time, but
yes.
you can watch them at 2x.
Right.
Matlab, I usually watched every GT video or at 2x, and I would rather prefer to watch that video twice at 2x rather than watching it at 1x.
Okay, that's a good piece of information for them as well, right? So they might use it in a similar way, right? Because a lot of times, you would think that the video discussion of the test paper will take time, but whatever we can read or you can read by yourself, it will take much longer than those probably, the SWT videos are just for 2 hours, so you can quickly go through them and know what is important, especially if that subject is weak. Right, wonderful. So that is what you think would work a month close to exam. So it's again going to be selective study of more important things. And would you recommend revising your TND paper in the DVT again?
Yes, ma'am. Before the NEET exam, you should definitely revise your TND papers and DV. And again, 2-3 days before the NEET exam, you should revise AIMS capsule. And just immediate 1 day before, you should revise the DVT.
Okay,
videos.
that's great. And Sukhdeep, अगर कोई आपसे पूछे what is the most important thing required to crack good rank in the central institutes, what would you say?
I would say smart work,
Okay.
time management,
Yeah.
making a proper schedule,
Yeah.
being motivated always, and consistency.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. You need to be consistent and you need to know what to work on. So that's what is called a smart study. It's not studying less, but it is studying what
Yes,
is
ma'am.
you have to understand the difference, right? So smart study doesn't mean that you have to study less. Smart study means you have to know what to study prior to an exam so that you have the highest number of hit rate in the exam,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
And at least the easy and the medium questions, you don't do them wrong because of your recall problem or
Yes, ma'am.
memory problem, right? Because the difficult questions would be difficult for everyone, and
Yes,
they don't
ma'am.
make
They
a
are not
lot of
rank
difference
deciding.
in the rank, right? Okay, that is wonderful, Sukhdeep. And Sukhdeep, beta, what branch do you want to pursue?
Ma'am, I want to pursue. I'm actually confused between dermatology and pediatrics.
Okay.
And ma'am, I'll target this NEET 2020.
And
And
it is very kind of him that despite the fact that he himself is going to, appear for NEET, he's been kind enough to give his strategy, even what he is going to revise and sort of help everyone else onto what probably you can revise in this 1 month to achieve maximum, right? And anything motivating that you want to say to your listeners?
I would like to say that you should believe in yourself and believe in God, and don't lose hope.
Yeah. Yes,
That's
don't
it.
lose hope. Absolutely. Have faith in God, have faith in yourself, and absolutely never rule yourself out, right? That's true. So we should keep trying because I think every exam is an opportunity
Yes,
and
ma'am.
opportunity to do better, and that is how it should be taken. So this is great. Thank you so much, Sukhdeep, for coming here,
Thank you,
and it
ma'am.
was a pleasure being with you today. And I wish you a very, very bright future ahead. God bless you.